Well, good morning to you. It is a happy Monday as we start you off with a live look from downtown Dallas. You can't see it, but it's cold out there, and the wind is still blowing after Sunday. As we welcome you in and say thanks for joining us here on Daybreak, I'm Dia Wall.
And I'm Matt Howerton. 37 degrees outside. We have a lot to get to this morning. Let's bring in everybody. Traffic anchor Erica Lopez and also meteorologist Mario Ruiz. How are things looking out there, guys?
I'm actually surprised. I thought we might be coming in this morning with some damaged debris in the roadway still because those winds are still happening this morning, but we're actually starting pretty quiet this Monday morning, so we'll take it, but not so quiet for you, Mario.
No, it's up to a very cold start. We're talking a 50-degree temperature drop since yesterday, with wind gusts over 60 miles per hour yesterday. So yeah, it was a wild Sunday afternoon, and that is why we still have a WFAA weather alert. Our WFAA weather alert in place through this morning. Our impact will be the breezy north winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour. A light freeze still likely for some locations as wind chills have dropped into the 20s. What you need to do at this point is make sure to keep checking in on the numbers with us throughout the morning and grab the jacket if you have to be out and about early. Today, a freeze warning in place until 9. It includes all of North Texas, including DFW, as temperatures have taken a dive down to 36 in Fort Worth, 37 in Dallas, 34 in Denton, 36 in McKinney. Still a few hours, though, left for us to keep those temperatures dropping. Wind gusts have really calmed down since yesterday, but still on the strong side, 30 to 33 mile per hour wind gusts across areas of the Metroplex with wind chills in the 20s area wide. So while the temperature may not be freezing, it absolutely feels like it is. We make it above freezing sometime for most of us around 9 or 10, with temperatures today making it into the low 50s. Again, winds will still be elevated today, but yesterday they were gusting over 60 miles per hour in some locations. We want to check in with Natalie Haddad right now. She is in Arlington. Natalie, I know it's cold out there. You're bundled up. The winds are a little bit calmer, but certainly causing a mess yesterday.
Yeah, they're calmer, but Maria, let me be so clear. I still feel every bit of that 50-degree temperature drop you were just talking about, and the wind just makes it feel so much worse. But nonetheless, we are outside AT&T Stadium. We are as close as we can get, really, because there are crews on either side of us that are working on clearing up the barriers, the fences, and maybe even some of the banners that they've had to tear to make things a little bit easier on everything that they put up with the winds yesterday. Right now, they are still working on this, and there were even, there were so many issues caused by the wind yesterday, even Millennial Hearts being broken by the T-Pain concert being canceled. Officials with the Grand Prix of Arlington posted on social media that the show was canceled out of an abundance of caution for guests, artists, and the staff. The decision came, of course, as organizers moved up Sunday's green flag for the race with the heavy winds in the forecast. Those winds felt across North Texas. In Denton, officials say both northbound and southbound lanes of I-35E, they were shut down for hours after construction debris fell from a bridge. In North Richland Hills, we saw down power lines and fallen trees. And then circling back to here in Arlington, guys, at the area of the Grand Prix, flags were whipping, the crew securing the fence barriers, and again, that T-Pain concert canceled. Now, next up for this area is going to be the FIFA World Cup. Thankfully, all of that is taking place inside. So if there were to be any wind issues like we saw yesterday and what we're seeing today, hopefully that's not going to affect the game too much. But I'm going to send it over to Erica now, because Erica, we had some trouble getting even this close to the stadium because there are still a lot of road closures.
Yeah, Natalie, as it stands right now for our main interstates and reports we're getting from TxDOT at this time, we are really not dealing with anything major across the area. But of course, cleanup still having to happen and all the breakdown there in Arlington where you are. I will say on my drive in, one thing that I did notice on some of the side streets, there was still some kind of debris blowing around. So be careful on your drive today, wherever you're going to be headed. Our map across North Texas showing a lot of green out here kicking off the drive. So at least a quieter start from what we're seeing for the majority. If there is anything major that you pass on your drive, especially on any of those side streets, definitely let us know if you're able to do so safely. Travel across Denton County, 35E and 35W. Quiet, just a few cars out here right now. No issues across Collin County, 75 and 15th Street in Plano. And if you're getting ready to travel across the High 5, we are definitely not dealing with any volume at this time of the morning just yet, Matt and Dia.
All right, thank you so much, Erica. Today, Dallas police expected to release more information about what led up to a police shooting last week, killing a man in the parking garage of Children's Hospital in Dallas.
This happened last Thursday at Children's Hospital off Harry Hines Boulevard. Our Chris Sadeghi is joining us live outside of police headquarters this morning. And Chris, what have we learned about the man involved here?
Well, Dia, we do expect to get that body camera video and also more details about this shooting later this afternoon here at Dallas PD. But we've already learned some information about this man, information that has police officers here at the department a little concerned. You may remember it was on Wednesday night that Dallas SWAT officers shot and killed the man in the garage of Children's Medical Center following a surveillance operation. But sources tell WFAA the man was a convicted felon who was operating a private security company under multiple aliases. Those same sources tell us he even posted jobs for his security company on a popular website for security work, and that some Dallas PD officers even worked off-duty security assignments for him. The president of the Dallas Police Association told us it appears the man manipulated the verification process to make himself appear like a legit officer and a legit security company. Also, officers who work those jobs concerned about their personal information they submitted for those security jobs. Now, because he had multiple aliases, police tell us they had to use fingerprints to identify him. We hope to get more information, including the man's name and how he went about conducting this business at the press conference that happens at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Dia, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you for that. Officials are working to learn what went wrong leading up to a deadly crash on the racetrack at Kennedale Speedway over the weekend. That's just south of Fort Worth. Organizers of the race, the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series, say 2 emergency vehicles were responding to an incident on the racetrack when they crashed into each other. One race official died, another was seriously hurt. A witness told us what it was like watching this all unfold from the stands.
They were going pretty quick. I don't know how fast they were going, but fast enough to where both of the vehicles flipped over several times. I've been to hundreds and hundreds of dirt track races. I've seen really bad injuries, never a fatality, especially not with a track crew worker.
We reached out to World Outlaws, and we're told that the crash is under investigation and that the Cowtown Classic is postponed. Immigration
and Customs Enforcement officials confirm a 41-year-old man originally from Afghanistan died in custody in Dallas. They say Mohammed Nazir Pakhtilwal started complaining about chest pain and shortness of breath after being taken into custody on Friday night. He died at Parkland Hospital Saturday morning. ICE now investigating his death.
New this morning, police say a San Antonio man is behind bars after 5 people were shot on a Texas beach. This happened Saturday night at a beach at Port Aransas, about 45 minutes east of Corpus Christi. Police say 2 groups got into an altercation. Then someone pulled out a gun and started shooting. 5 people were taken to the hospital, 2 of them in critical condition. Authorities are sharing this message with spring break fully underway.
If you want to come and enjoy our beaches, that we will make sure that you have a good and safe time. But if you're going to come to our beach and exhibit behavior that requires attention, we're definitely going to give you the attention.
Police arrested Ernest Castillo yesterday morning. He's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Okay, now to 3 things that you need to know this morning. This week, Senate lawmakers expected to weigh a bill to make big changes to how you vote. They're set to consider the SAVE Act, which would require voters to show documentary proof of citizenship before registering to vote in a federal election. That would mean a birth certificate or a passport. Non-citizens, they're already not allowed to vote in federal elections, but President Trump and Republican leaders say the bill would strengthen election integrity. Critics and voting rights groups have called this voter suppression. Chaos and fisticuffs at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo spreading online. Now organizers say they're taking steps to prevent fights in the future. Videos show large groups fighting in the middle of a crowded area, which led to confusion and panic. Some witnesses told our sister station that they don't know what started it all. The carnival closed early Saturday out of an abundance of caution and reopened as normal on Sunday. And things are expected to be back to normal this morning at Lake Highlands High School. Richardson ISD says students were taking their SATs over the weekend when they were evacuated Saturday after Dallas police received a bomb threat. The district says officers went through every room and deemed it not credible. A notice from Richardson ISD said the College Board will contact impacted students directly regarding rescheduling their SATs. All right, 5:10 this morning on this Monday, we're expecting more flight cancellations as severe weather impacts most of our country.
And how the weather and the government shutdown is impacting travel. We'll have that for you coming up at 5:30.
And most of us know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh, boy.
But one video is causing quite the stir online. It's a little different.
And local musicians are hoping to get their big break. We'll talk about the program coming to Dallas to help them achieve their dreams at 5:25.